Good morning, sir.
Able to see my screen, guys? You are unable to see my screen now? Okay. So yesterday and day before yesterday, we discussed about Maven, right? So in the Wednesday class, we covered Maven. So entire Maven we cover, and yesterday we saw how to install softwares like Eclipse, sorry STS, and how to download the jars for the required to work with Spring framework, right? After that, we will start, Spring implementations in practical. Okay. Before that, everyone is downloaded STS and Spring jars, right? If anything else you have, any doubt, please let me know. So based on that one, we will take it forward. Any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. So from today onwards, we will start the actual Spring uh, programming. Okay. So what is Spring, right? So I already explained to you. So, what is the spring? Um, how it should, why spring, and what is the purpose of spring, and what is the by using spring, what projects we have to develop, and what architecture it's follow, everything, right? What is the spring? What is the framework? So, what is the history of spring? What are the modules? Right? So after that, what is the how to what are the steps to develop a spring application? Everything we talked about previous classes. So now, so first of all, I will cover this point, steps to prepare first spring application. So what is the first step? You have to download first spring framework jars from the internet. Download spring framework in the sense nothing, guys, it's not a software, just to have to download the required jars to work with spring framework. Okay, so apart from that, we have to uh, provide spring setup in STS or Eclipse. Means spring setup means you have to create the project and we have to add the jars in the particular application. Then you are able to get the spring environment for your application. Okay, and apart from that, what is next point? Third point is create prepare bean class. So bean class in the sense we have to write your logic, right? So that is nothing but bean class. And one more thing, what is spring configuration file? So we'll talk about more on this. Okay, spring configuration file is nothing but we have to write like a configuration to, if you want to create any spring any class, right? So how we will create the corresponding corresponding object for that class? You can go for spring configuration file, then automatically the spring will create how it should be, spring how we will create, and everything I will explain. Okay, so fourth point, fifth point, prepare a client application or test application. Means if in Java everything is in main method, right? We have to write one main method. After on that one, in the main method we have to create a spring application container object. After that we have to call your method. So that is the nothing but prepare and client test application, right? See, now we will see we will see how to work with how to create the spring project. Okay, first of all, open Eclipse, sorry, STS, right? When you open STS, you are able to see this is the default setup. Eclipse ID, STS ID, normal default setup. So go to file and new, okay, Java project. Okay, next we have to give let's say Mm, first Spring app. Give your application name, okay? And I am not taking any Maven application, guys. As of now, not required. So simple Java project is fine. And I am clicking on next. Okay, SRC folder is creating and finish. So your project should be created. See, this is your project structure. So next point, once you can create the project, what is the next step? We have to add dependencies. Okay, right click, build path, configure build path, libraries, module path, add library. Okay, and now add library, user library, next user libraries, new. Just a second, we need to work spring jars. you have Spring jars, right? These are all the jars. I already prepared one folder. Um, Spring jar. Here, first, what are the jars required? Spring AOP jar, Spring beans jar, and Spring context jar, and Spring core jar. Okay, and Spring web jar. Control C. Okay, and right click. So sorry, here already available. So I forgot this one. Okay, Control V. Replace theme. Okay, see here, go to here, just create Spring library. Okay, click on OK, select this one. So I will show you one more time, guys. Add external jars here and go to work. I have my jars under this logging. First logging jar, Spring AOP, Spring Bean, context support, Spring core, and Spring web. These jars I added in the Spring library. Nothing but no need to add each and every time. No need to add these dependencies directly. When you create a project, right? Directly this library it will show you, and you can select this library. That's all. I will show you one more time, guys. So here, finish. See here, you are able to see Spring jars. What we will do, right click on project, so build path, and select libraries, select module path, add library, and user library. See, by default it's showing. Very first time you don't have this one. Select user library, and here new you have to give as your convenient. You can give the particular name and click on OK. It will show like this, and you can select and add external jars. Okay, go to external jars. You can download it, right? Check all the jars. What are the jars required? Commons logging jar, this is not required. Java dog jar, not required. Commons logging jar, AOP, beans, context support, core, and web. These 7 jars is required, and click on open and apply and close. Okay, and select and click on OK, apply. I apply and close. See, your project is containing Spring Framework setup is done. Okay, now what you are doing next step? What is the next step? Prepare bean class, right? So what is the main intention of prepare bean class? The main intention of bean classes in Spring application to manage properties and setters of getters for your methods, for your business methods. For example, you have a requirement on in your project. Let's say you have to write one service for the customer table. You have a one customer table. For that one, you have to prepare one RESTful web service. And simply I am explaining. So when you work with RESTful web service, right? First of all, you have to create controller class, service class, repository class. After that, we have to create one bean class also. Whatever customer table containing, let's say customer containing 6 fields: customer ID, customer name, customer address, customer like mobile number, customer email address, customer pin code. Okay, these 6 columns is available in the table. So for that one, you have to create one POJO class or model class or entity class. Bean class is in the Spring. Every class is a bean class. We can call it as bean class. Okay, whatever in the Spring project, if you create any class like configuration class, controller class, any class, it should be a bean class. Okay, in the bean class we have to mention your properties: private string, customer name, private integer, CID. You have to take all the properties, and we can give the getters and setters. Okay, what is the purpose of getters and setters? So once you can create your Pojo class and you can give in your properties and you can take the getters and setters. So in that where you want access the customer object and you have to set the values or get the values, you need to use setters and getters method. Without getters and setters method, it is not possible to set the values or get the values from the customer Pojo class. Okay, so that is the main intention of bean classes. Okay, to prepare bean classes in Spring application, right, you have to use you have to follow some following guidelines. Okay, it is having some set of rules. So bean classes must be Pozo classes or entity classes or this point I already gave, and are model classes. They must not extend any implement or any predefined libraries, right? So if you take in the scenario, customer scenario, the customer Pojo class not having any interface or super class extents. Okay, and moreover, it will only implements only serializable interface. Guys, I think you know the core Java. What is the purpose of serializable interface, right? Mushroom suite in the real-time project, every project in every Pojo class, normal model class, it will containing the serializable interface. Okay, and you need to must and should declared as a public, right? The class will not be within the package. The class will be available throughout the application. Then you can go for public, right? We know the what is the access fires, what is the purpose of private, public, protected. Okay, so the main intention of to declare main class as non-abstract, right? So the class should be normal class. It should not be a abstract class. It should be a non-abstract class to allow the create the object. This is one scenario. And moreover, the class should not be final. Sorry, should not be final. Why? Because that class could we have to extend any another class wants to extend that class, we have to give the like reusability purpose. Okay, if you mention the customer class as a final, you are able to extend in the subclass. No, not at all possible. If you any class should be final class, it should not possible to extend in the child class. That's why you are ignoring the we are ignoring the to give the final class. Okay, and if you want to any bean classes, right, you have to declare all the properties private. Why? Because all the behaviors as a public, it will improve your encapsulation. What is the properties of encapsulation? The encapsulation, it will be providing the security of your application, and it will combining the all the properties and methods or behaviors in the single unity. That is nothing but the encapsulation mechanism. Able to follow, guys? Are you clear what is the purpose of Spring Bean class? Come on, guys. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So first you can understand these concepts, guys. If you understand these concepts in the real time, very useful, right? This once you can enter in this project, these things and all, no one will tell. As a 3+ or 3 years experience, guys, we have to learn these things. Okay, once you can enter into the project, they will not tell any Spring and all. They will directly give the project and they will give assign the task. So then nowadays everyone is using Spring Boot and microservices, these technologies. Very rare to use, if you go some like banking domain projects, maybe they will use Spring projects. Why? Because banking domain process will immediately they will not do the migration. Why? Because banking means it's very secure applications, right? If you do any changes, means it will take background, it will take lot of stuff you have to change. So that's what email banking application will not do any immediate technology updation. They will do very slowly migration, like first of all they will change some modules, based on that one they will do go through the migration projects and all. Okay, so this is a very good concept and very interesting concepts on Spring and all. So what is the fourth step, guys? So we completed 3 steps, right? What is the fourth step? Prepare configuration file, right? So first of all, I will show you how to create the project, sorry, bean class. First, I will create the package. What is the package name for me? com.spring dot okay, that's all, com.spring, and my class is uh, let's say hello bean. Okay, now finish. See here the corresponding class I created. Okay, now in this allow bean class, I will take one method, public string allow bean. This is my method and it will return simple one string value. What is the value? Simple, I will return hello user. Okay, this is my message. This is my string variable, string value. Control Shift F. Okay. Now in this, this is the way you have to create the Pojo classes. Now, what is the fourth step? We have to create the configuration file. So please understand this point, guys. What is the purpose of Spring configuration file? So the main intention of Spring configuration file, right, to provide all the bean in components configuration details, like what is the logical name for that bean class, or fully qualified name of the bean classes, everything we have to provide, and bean classes properties and bean class dependencies, and IOC. In order to IOC container to create the objects for the bean classes, you have to create the configuration file and you have to provide the bean configuration information in the configuration file. That is the main purpose of Spring configuration file. Okay, Spring configuration file is a XML file. It will use for the corresponding XML tags to configure the bean classes. Okay, so now the corresponding XML file containing basic syntaxes, like what is the tags you have used. First of all, the configuration file, it will start from like bean tag. Okay, it will start from beans tag, it will close end with the beans tag. In between, in this the corresponding bean containing some ssds. Okay, and the corresponding beans tag, it will start from again bean tag. By using bean tag, okay, you have to mention your the corresponding bean class information, bean details. Okay, now this is syntax, and we have to close the bean tag. So this is the syntax for this bean class, sorry, bean configuration file. Okay, so now how you can write the, what is the purpose of bean stack? First of all, I will explain syntax. So where bean stack is the root tag, and it will include number of bean configurations. Means, sir, for example, whatever you have in the application, how many beans classes you have to represent those beans classes. You have to represent in this bean stack, under bean stack. Let's say I have allow bean class, right? You have to mention here the bean class we have to represent by using bean tag. Okay, bean tag is can be used to configure the single bean class. Each bean tag, it will configure only one class. It will not support multiple bean classes representation. One bean tag, it will represent one bean class. Okay, what is the purpose of id? So id attribute, it will take identity name or logical name to bean component. For example, I have taken one customer, right? You have to give bean ID, customer, class name should be fully qualified name. What is the fully qualified name? The complete project, the complete package and name. So let's say here, what is the complete name? com.spring.hello bean class. Okay, nothing but with package name and class name is nothing but fully qualified name. Here class attribute it will expecting fully qualified name. Okay, now we have a one more tag name. I didn't, so sorry, yeah, correct. So name is nothing but fully qualified name of bean class. Okay, to prepare bean class, to prepare to prepare configuration file in your project, you have to follow how to create the configuration file. Go to your project and right click your project. Let's say file and no, I don't want like this. I will show you different way, like package dot cfg means I am taking configuration package. Here I will create simple file. What is the file name here? What is the file name here? So here see, otherwise I will show you different way. Right click, like other xml. I want right click other. One second. Right click new. Okay, other. So the corresponding file xml. Right click file xml. So you have to give your application configuration file. What is the configuration file? Spring underscore config dot xml file. See, your xml file is generated. Okay, you have to mention ssds. Okay, so how you can find the ssd? Here see syntax, you have to mention ssd, right? Means how the corresponding documentation you can take it from documentation. So go to software. Okay, the corresponding here jars spring docs. Okay, here reference and go to html. Here see, so get open spring introduction. Double click on this, chrome open. Not this one. So here SSD not there. See here, this is the SSD. See, we have to take this SSD. Okay, and go to here and put and close the bean stack. Okay, this is the SSD you have to mention. No need to check directly. It is available under. It will take the corresponding any, in this repo you have to take spring integration.html. You are able to find the SSD. Okay, so now, so once you can mention the SSD, right, we have to write your bean tag. We have one bean class, right? Say select bean Okay, and the corresponding bean ID equal to hello bean. Okay, and the class equal to fully qualified name. What is the fully qualified name? Com dot spring dot hello bean class. Okay, this is the class. See, when you see, this is, I don't want separate close. Okay, now Control Shift F. See, this is the way you have to represent your Spring ID equal to hello bean. This is, you can give any name. Okay, and the class you can give com.spring. This is my fully qualified name for the hello bean. Okay, now we have to write, what is the fifth step? We have to write client application or test application. So I am creating the main intention of the corresponding main class, right? To activate the client application, it will activate IOC container, and to create the bean objects for the bean components for your application, and to access the business methods. That is the use of test class. What is the use of test class? It will activate IOC container, and it will create the bean components object for your application, and to access the business class methods. Okay, to activate IOC container, in the sense we have to create one object, right? So how to create the object? See, directly go to here. Okay, I will create class, and I will change my package name. I will give text. Okay, and the class name should be text. Okay, finish. See, here I will take one main method. In the main method, we have to write, first of all, to the main method, we have to activate IOC container. In the Spring, what is the IOC container object? Application context. Control space. See, this is the interface, guys. Application context equal to, okay, new class path. This is the implementation class path application context. This is the container object. Okay, see here, first of all, I created the application context. See, application context is expecting one object, one value. What is the parameter? It should be a Spring configuration file is required. Okay, it is expecting Spring configuration file. Control V. This is my, okay, this is my configuration file. Okay, and once you can create the container object, we have to access that bean class. How to get the bean class from the Spring configuration file? Context object, right? Context object dot get bean. Okay, I have to give this ID. What is the ID here? Hello bean. Give this ID. Sorry. Give this ID here. Double quotations and ID. This is string value, right? It is expressed in string value, and the corresponding get bean, it will return the corresponding class. The corresponding class it will return. No need to write manually. Put on the cursor in the end. Control 1, enter. Okay, here instead of object, you have to write your class name. Hello bean. Okay, Control Shift O. See here, it will ask add to cache, type cache. Okay, see, after that, so first of all, create the container object, IOC container object, and you can get your bean class from the configuration file, and you can access your business methods. So bean dot What is the method? Your method? Hello bean class. So hello bean. Okay. So now this is the text class. So what is the purpose of context object? So the context object is nothing but container object. From the container object, once you can create application context, new class path application context, it is expecting XML file. And once you can give this, the application context Spring container object. What is the Spring container in the, what is the container object in the Spring? Is dispatcher servlet. Okay, in the servlet is the container, right? In the Spring framework, what is the front servlet? In the real, in the interview, everyone is asking what is the front controller of Spring? What is the container in the Spring? Means dispatcher servlet. You have to tell blindly Spring dispatcher servlet is the front controller. Okay, once you can create here, right, application context equal new class, class path application context. The context is nothing but dispatcher servlet object. Okay, so here you will just run this example. So here is our, okay, so now no class definition. Why it's like this? Guys, I will come in 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, guys. So I will not use like that. Okay, property, I mean, jar files I will directly add manually. Now I will run this application. Still it's missing. Unable to initialize main class in Spring Test. What is the issue? Caused no class in application context. It's there. So maybe this is the issue. Com dot springs cfg slash, it's correct only. So, what is spring no class definition as a it's correct only. There is no any difference. Hmm. Let's see. Let's say previous example. What is the reason here? See here, application context. I didn't. Yeah, count that's and Spring Bean class. This one also same only. Hi Bean, and taken. Yeah, this one also common Spring library. Commons login beans context. Okay, so here I will remove this one. Remove build for AOP also not required. So commons login beans context, context support, expression. Okay. So we missed, I think, expression jar. Let's see. Uh, expression jar. Go to back. Go to back spring lips expression jar. Select. mm, Now run this application. Still issue. Now go to here, right click this one, run as Java application. See, this is working. One, two, three, four, five, six. Logging beans, context support core, and this one. And this one also application context. This is also correct. Why it's one, two, three, four, five, six. So unable to initialize main class com.spring.test. So now I will remove this thing. Test class is not there, right? Spring. Yes. Why it's okay. Spring config.xml. So what is the issue here? Unable to initialize main class com.spring.test, but it's not in the spring com, right? No. What is the difference here? Oh, what is the issue? difference here. Here also same. I didn't see any difference. Hmm. Loading. Test also same. Where we are doing the mistake. Why? I didn't see any error here. Mm, issue is for this one only. After adding the spring, we are getting error. Do one thing. Copy, paste, delete. Here I'm just removing this one. Still issue. What is the difference here and there? Nothing is there. Spring bean example. Loading definitions from class path counter JS. See here also correct only. Hello bean. Okay. Now test class. Test class also correct. It's also correct only. Context get bean. This one also I will do one thing. Let's try in Eclipse, guys. Hmm. Okay. So now I got to what we have to do, right? Some just bear with me, guys. I will fix this issue. We don't know how we are getting. Uh, Experts not required and remove and context support source jars not required remove this one also remove next java doc not required this one source this one java doc remove 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 this one you can remove this one you can remove this one this one this one remove now we can apply, we can run the application, what will happen? Still it's getting same issue after adding the jars also. So my god. Hmm. Why? I will do one thing. Work spring batch spring control C spring Okay. Now go to here, import the Android existing workspace. Go here, Spring App, finish. And build a path, configure build a path, add external library, work, Spring jars, one, two, three, four, five. See why it's running this one? I don't understand. So, so I will remove this one. Okay, this one, I will remove this one. I don't know why, what will happen. Let's see, change the build path and edit. Install JRE, just using this JRE, finish, apply and close. Now run this example Java application. Yeah, it's working now. Okay, now I will again remove this build path. Okay, remove, remove, add library, use library, Spring. I will add this library. Okay, again I am running this application. So now it's running. So I will delete this too. Let's see next example. I will. Is there any issue with this one? See here, guys. So just I created one bean class containing one method hello bean, and the return type will be string hello bean I am returning. Okay, test.java. I taken Spring XML file. I'm just created bean id equal to hello, so the hello bean. Okay, now test class I created IOC container object context.get bean. I'm giving id, this id. Okay, you can give any name, this name you can refer here, then automatically you will get this object. And you can call your bean.hello bean, it will print your message. Okay, now see I will now I will try one more time. Now this time I will create my Java project. Okay, like um, first Spring app. Okay, now I this time I will, so by default, next, finish. Okay, I will copy paste these things, control C. You can delete this one, not required, control V. Okay, now we have to add this library. Already you have a library, right? Just add that library. Next, add, finish, apply and close. Let's see you are getting any issue here. Let's run this example. I don't know why maybe while creating the project, is there any issue? So there is, so here Spring app. This one also Spring, just there on SRC. Okay, now see, this is actual example. Going forward, I will explain guys how it should be Spring life cycle explained. Don't think too much. Okay. See here, we taken Spring Bean XML. So here, this is the ID and this is the fully qualified name and test. I have created a Spring container object. From the container object, I am calling getBean method, and you are giving ID. You are getting the object. So your class object. From the class object you can call your own method. This is the simple Spring app. Okay, now I will just extend this example. What I have to do, so here I will take simple variable Spring private string name I will take. Okay, now I will remove. Now I will, what we will do, I will take getters and setter, alt shift X. I will take getters and setter, select all name. Okay, see, control shift F. See, this is my I have taken one Spring, one property. I have getters and setters. Okay, now in the XML file, what I have to do, right? Simple. In the XML file, I will take go to test class. In the XML file, no need to change. In the test class, I will create bean dot set name. I'm getting I will set one name. Okay, I will set Sudha. Okay, now just assume I will print. Okay, now I will run this example. What will be the output? So here in the main method, in the bean class, instead of this one, okay, instead of method, right? Instead of bean, hello bean, no, hello user, and the corresponding for this string value, I will append name. Okay. Now this time, what will be the output? I am expecting hello Sudha, hello user Sudha. Let's see what will the object. See, hello user Sudha. So name is small. Go to here. Hello bean. Yeah, see here. Hello user. Your name came or not? See, hello user Sudha. Okay, how it will happen? So go to hello bean. So the corresponding hello bean class containing name is the one of the attribute. Here hello bean the corresponding method is there. In the method, just I am appending this name to the string value. Then automatically the corresponding, when you run this application in the test class, you are calling bean.hello bean, right? Here in the bean object, I am setting the value. So then when you call hello bean, automatically this value, it will append to the corresponding hello bean name attribute. Then you are getting the hello user Sudha. This is the one example. Okay, now in the above program, right? So whatever I am showing this example, so the corresponding like so the main here we have to use setter method, right? Here bean dot set name is means here setter method will invoke. Okay, and the corresponding method will assign this value to this variable. Whatever the corresponding hello bean having the value, right? It will append this value, and this value will it will assign this value setter method and name containing the Sudha. That value will be populated here and it will return the value. So now here instead of hard coding here, I need to return from the XML file. Okay, in Java side I will not create anything. So okay, I will not use here. So I will directly create one more project. Okay, Spring app 2. Next, finish. Okay, here I will take the corresponding Spring library. Finish, apply, close. So here I will just copy paste these two folders. Okay, now here in the XML file I didn't change anything. In the XML file just I will instead of here, right? So go to here XML file in. So in this bean tag I will use property tag. Property name equal to name what you are taken in the Pojo class, right? So the corresponding name and value should be value equal to Sudha. So here go to hello bean class. I will remove. Okay, here in the test class I will remove this thing. I will not set the test class. Directly I will assign the value in the bean.xml file. So go to here, test, right click, run as Java application. So what will happen? Why it's guys, you can do one thing today. You can practice this example, okay? And you are able to same issue. You can maybe, I don't know, maybe some issue with my mission, but you can try this example today. This first example, okay? This first example you can try simple. You can create one Java simple project, okay? And you can take this class first of all without these things. No need to take this one. Just to write this method, create this class and write this method. And in the test class Spring configuration file, how you can find this one? Directly go to the downloaded jars, guys. Go to downloaded jars. Okay, in the lib folder, in the docs section, go to reference, Spring framework reference and HTML. Anyway, you can open anything like otherwise Spring integration HTML, right? You can open, go end of the file. You are finding see here we can directly control F. Okay, directly SSD, type SSD. You are able to get the SSD. Just copy this one. Okay, copy this one and paste it in your XML file and close this bean stack and write this line. Okay, and in the test class application context equal to new application path context copy path. This you can give com slash suda slash cfg whatever package slash and your application name, XML file name. And again you can call c context dot get bin. You can pass this id, what you can take, what you mention in your project, same name you can give. And system.out.println, don't write this. Why? Because you are not taking this variable. System.out.println bean dot call your method. You can try, you are able to get the output. If you are getting, means there is no any issue. And moreover, there is no any issue with code. You can try in your mission. Tomorrow you can let me know. Okay. So if it is in my mission only, I will just copy paste my project. I will show you I will write the code. But when I'm creating this directly, when I'm creating this project, I'm getting this issue. Why? I don't know. Everything is correct only. Apply course. Go to here. Run as Java application. Enabled. Still it's referring com.suda.test. I don't have test file project. Why it's taking? Okay, today later I will fix this issue. Okay, you can practice this example. Okay. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? I think so. You don't want this code. Why? Because this is very, very simple example. But if you want, I will give you these lines. Please try this example, guys, and let me know tomorrow. Okay? You are able to get the output, fine. From my side, I will, instead of creating the project, some examples only. After that, I will continue with the Maven. That time you cannot get any issue. Maybe I will check this today. Later, sometime I will try this example again. What is the issue? I will find. Okay, that is for today. Do you have any doubts?